Okay, take it away. Good evening, everyone. Winakocha, from the divine in me to the divine in you. I thought what we would do tonight is I'm going to just read a little bit of inspirational material from a book by a man named Shure, who wrote about the great initiates. But I wanted to concentrate on one excerpt from his book that deals with the Bhagavad Gita and Krishna. And I'm going to be asking when we do our meditation this evening to concentrate in our heart, the cave of our heart, threefold flame with the colors yellow, blue, and pink. And so the threefold flame, interestingly, is an esoteric symbol. The fleur-de-lis is an esoteric symbol which represents the threefold flame. Interestingly, too, that Donald Trump sits in a White House that is surrounded by a gate which has the fleur-de-lis on every post, so that the threefold flame is actually surrounding the White House. So that's the theme, if you will, for the meditation will be the threefold flame with the colors yellow, blue, and pink. And so here's the excerpt I wanted to read to you all, which is from Shure's book on the Great Initiates, a study of the secret history of religions. And this is concentrating on Krishna. And it goes as follows. The oldest tradition speaks of a solar dynasty and a lunar dynasty. The kings of the solar dynasty claim their descent from the sun. The others considered themselves to be the sons of the moon. But this symbolic language concealed two opposing religious concepts and meant that these two categories of sovereigns were related to two different cults. The solar cult attributed to the male sex to the god of the universe. Around it was grouped all that was purest in the Vedic traditions, the science of the sacred fire and prayer, the esoteric conception of the supreme God, and the respect for women, ancestor worship, elected and patriarchal royalty. The lunar cult attributed the feminine sex to divinity, under whose sign the religions of the Aryan cycle have always worshipped nature, even blind, unconscious nature in its violent, terrible manifestations. This cult leaned toward idolatry and black magic, preferred polygamy and tyranny, supported by the passions of the masses. The battle between the children of the sun and the children of the moon, between the Pandavas and the Kauravas, is the theme of the great Hindu epic, the Mahabharata, a kind of summary and perspective of the history of Aryan India before the definitive formation of Brahmanism. The victory of spiritual power over temporal power, of the anchoret over the king, out of which the power of Brahmanism was born, came in the guise of a reformer of the first rank. By reconciling the two warring groups, the white race and the black race, the solar cults and the lunar cults, this divine being was the true creator of the national religion of India. Moreover, through his teaching, this powerful genius introduced a new idea of immense significance into the world, the Holy Word, or divinity manifest in humankind. This first of the Messiahs, this oldest of the sons of God, was Krishna. The idea that God, truth, infinite beauty and goodness are revealed in conscious human beings with a redemptive power that rises to the heights of heaven through the power of love and sacrifice. This idea, fecund above all others, appears for the first time in Krishna. It is personified at the moment when, forsaking its Aryan youth, humanity is about to sink deeper and deeper into the worship of matter. Krishna reveals the idea of the holy word. Humanity will no longer forget it. Humanity will thirst even more for redeemers and children of God as it realizes its decadence more keenly. After Krishna, the solar world shines powerfully in the temples of Asia, Africa, and Europe. In Persia, it is Mithras, reconciler of the luminous Hormuz and somber Ahriman. In Egypt, it is Horus, son of Osiris and Isis. In Greece, it is Apollo, god of the sun and the lyre. It is Dionysius, awakener of souls. Everywhere the solar god is a mediating god, and light is also the word of life. Is it not also from this that the Messianic idea comes? Be that as it may, it is through Krishna that this idea entered the ancient world. It is through Jesus that it will spread over the entire earth. No, I chose that excerpt specifically to highlight this concept of Krishna and how he had to essentially mediate, if you will, the two religious cults. And that culminated in bringing the best from each into something of significance, which is obviously the Hindu religion. And the Hindu religion, in my experience, underpins all religions. That is ancient, that the Vedas are written by rishis who were really advanced human beings. And so the writings of the Hindus, rishis, were absolutely divinely inspired. And so in thinking about Krishna and in thinking about Jesus, from my perspective, I would expect that you're finding that they're the same, that Krishna and Jesus are the same. It's the same embodiment, if you will, of the divine and the human. And came again, both of them, with the purpose of introducing this concept of love, introducing the concept of love leading in relation to this concept of the admiration or the adoration of the divine. The story of Krishna and the story of Jesus are almost identical. So it's, I think, worthy of our consideration of this idea of the descent of the divine into the human form. This is what we're doing. This is what we are doing. We're seeking to bring into our form the existence of the divine. It already sits in your heart as existence, consciousness, and bliss. And look at the yellow flame, and look at the blue flame, and look at the yellow, blue, and what did I say the third color was? Pink. Thank you. Pink. Pink. So the colors are essentially signifying those three elements of the divine. And we see it in God, generating, organizing, destroying. We see it in the Trinity, Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu. We see it in the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. So the concept of the threefold flame in your heart is that existence of the divine. So tonight in this meditation, I'm going to start in 2 minutes, and we will go for 30 minutes. And I ask you to concentrate on the threefold flame in your heart. And I will open the meditation by saying the great invocation, and then I will open it with Om Mani Padme Hum and end it with Om Mani Padme Hum. There is one point I failed to mention, and that is that this is the full moon of Libra, and I think if I can believe I have an outline that came from the Arcane School. I just have to check here. Yes, okay, we go. Libra. Oh, stop. Libra is a sign of balancing, of careful weighing of values, and of achieving the right equilibrium between the pairs of opposites through the right utilization of the balancing analytical faculty of mind. Libra governs the legal profession and holds the balances between so-called right and wrong, between negative and positive. Libra has been the sponsor of the law. The law must become the custodian of a positive righteousness and not simply the instrument of enforcement. Just as we are attempting to eliminate force out of our national relationships, and just as it is obvious today that the process of drastic penalties has not succeeded in preventing crime or in deterring people from violent selfishness, for that is what all crime is. And just as the social attitude, in contradistinction to the antisocial position of all lawbreakers, is being regarded as desirable and taught in our schools, so it is beginning to dawn upon the public consciousness that the inculcation of right relations and the spread of self-control and the growth of unselfishness, and these surely are the goal, subject and often unrealized of all legal procedures, are the needed approach to the young. The key for growth is the cultivation of harmlessness. Harmlessness is not negativity or inaction. It is a condition of perfect poise, a completed point of view, and divine understanding. So that's the outline from the Lucis Trust on the full moon of October, Libra. So, the great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Om Mani Padme I want to read something to you all about the threefold flame. You've all meditated on the threefold flame, and I found this that I think will help a lot. In your heart is the threefold flame. It all begins in the heart, and the heart is the repository for the flame of God. This flame is the essence of God blazing within our physical form, called the threefold flame by the ascended masters. It can only be seen at higher frequencies. The threefold flame, sustainer of our physical life and the sacred trinity of love, wisdom, and power, is placed in our hearts at birth and is withdrawn at transition. Threefold means that not one, but three identifiable plumes rise from a tiny sphere of the white light of the mother flame. The colors of the plumes are blue, yellow, and pink, as seen in the heart of the chart of the Buddha nature. The plumes are meant to become balanced, expand, accelerate, and swirl as we gain mastery. The blue plume embodies the desire of the soul to do the will of God. It is the quality of thrust towards one goal as an inner resolve and power to accomplish. It symbolizes an ability to take leadership over oneself and others. The yellow plume represents the right use of knowledge of all kinds, a wisdom and discrimination based on the standards and principles of truth, such as those found in the major world religions. It is a love of learning and a desire to impart what one has learned to others. The pink plume represents love and compassion, the very nature of God. This love knows the difference between sympathy, a debilitating emotion, and empathy, a strengthening one. It is not smothering or controlling, but supportive and freeing. The ideal is that all these plumes are balanced within us, so that the power is tempered with love, and love is saturated with wisdom. Leaders without love become tyrants. Parents who do not balance love with discipline rear children that are likely to be irresponsible and self-centered. In reality, true love is the perfect balance of the three plumes, an empowering and wise compassion that expresses the essence of God's being in ways that only bless and benefit mankind. Esoteric teachings tell us that most people walking this earth carry a threefold flame that is very tiny, measuring less than 1/16 of an inch in height. God's desire is the focus be on the balancing and expanding of this flame, so that it will one day envelop our entire being as it does the great masters now ascended. In the heart center, many current teachings remind us of this goal. So I just thought I'd share that teaching on the three fold flame with the blue, yellow, and pink colors, and the essence of it residing in each of us. I'll pause for a moment in case anyone has any questions or comments.
So I do have a comment. While we were doing the meditation, what came to me in words were the heart of eternal flame. So the heart is the eternal flame. And the flame with the three colors. For blue, I got peace. For pink, I got love. And for yellow, I got compassion.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So what you
Perfect.
just said was perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's amazed because during the meditation, I immediately thought I had that. and I kick myself for not doing it at the beginning of the meditation, but actually it turns out to be better.
All good.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to end this with the great invocation. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Oh, thank you so much, Michael, for joining, for leading us from your car in North Bay. Amazing.
Well, I'm glad I made it. The great invocation. The sons and daughters of men and women are one, and I am one with them. I seek to love, not hate. I seek to serve and not exact due service. I seek to heal, not hurt. Let pain bring due reward of light and love. Let the soul control the outer form and life and all events, and bring to light the love which underlies the happenings of the time. Let vision come and insight. Let the future stand revealed. Let inner union demonstrate and outer cleavages be gone. Let love prevail. Let all humanity love. Wiracocha. Wiracocha.
By the way, that was the mantra of unification.
What did I say?
Great invocation.
Oh, bad on my part. You're right. Mantra of unification. Thank you, Guy. Appreciate it. Namaste. And Guy, it's wonderful to see you all the time when you join us here. It links us.
Yes, and it's wonderful to be here. A great pleasure.
Right on. Okay. Until next time.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Good night.